Well, and welcome back. We are on week 2 of my Allied invasion campaign, testing out the vessel module. Um, what we are looking at here is let's get our sequence of play up and just start going through that. We did take some damage on some guys during the last round, so um, we knocked out the submarines that Commander Groff built in, and so we are set for um, a week of trying to get rid of some aircraft and maybe some more of these damned tactical targets. Receive our weekly SO points. We get 28 of them. We carried over 0 from last week, so we'll have 28 to start. We have none that go away. Double check our targets. Make sure there are no flags that I don't have. Nope, none there. None that I see. And SO adjustments. We don't lose any purchase groups, commanders, and recon assets. So let's, before we go any farther, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. Our fighters are in good shape. 2 of our bomber groups are in good shape, but my long-range bomber group, we're already starting to rack up some damage on, particularly Hogwild. The 499th took up some damage, and he's my big guy. So I think while it's still early on, I'll try to purchase me another bomber and see what we get. That way we can try and double some of these wings up and hit some targets and start giving guys some rest. Wrong one, Greg. Okay. Bombers. So our purchase bomber, and he'll come in at recruit, will be Sadsack of the 448th, which is a B24H bomber. And he's going to be a -1. And yeah, I'm going to stick him in my long range. We grabbed. Somehow we managed to grab some extra cards there. Gotta watch that. And he gets chin turret upgrade off, so. Technology, Greg. Having a senior moment there. And let's put him into our sheet here. So that'll complete my first wing, my long range bomber wing. I was fully prepared to put him into another one, but I want to keep all my long range guys together for those strikes deep. 448th Bomber Group. And once again, my sausage fingers get in the way. He's an R4. And get no replacement. Alright. And okay. So, that'll be all for that. We got to take 18 points out of there, which will only leave us 10 for 2 missions. So we will plan accordingly. Recon missions. I think this week we want to go heavy on aircraft, or airfields rather, because they're dispersed and we won't have to purchase too many targets on that. So I'm thinking we'll go after one aircraft factory and one airfield. We already have one airfield in intel, so let's go after. Um, I want to keep working at some of these closer ones, but we've got some wide open targets up here too. Let's go after 7 because 7's going to be a 7's going to be a wide open target. So let's try to recon 7, which is an airfield in Diepholz, Germany. We can send 3 bombers that way, and we get an extra Luftwaffe response and extra bandits when we get there. All right, and already have 6 intel, 9's another factory, and we wanted to go for a factory, and that's pretty wide open. So let's recon that one to recon 9. All right, that's doing that. Let's do the recon. First recon for target 7. We roll an 8, and once again, my expenditures have paid off as we get a high recon on that one, or high intel, and we will just send him right back there. And going after Amsterdam in the Netherlands, the aircraft factory, we will roll a 10, another high. I am really quite happy with the way that expenditure paid off. So 20, target 7. Let's get target 7 and 9 on our target list this time. Or do we want to go after some of them? Decisions. Decisions. We've got to keep striking these guys. That's a given. Oh, we don't have to choose missions yet. Let's get back into our sequence of play. We're rolling for weather. Let's check England first. That's 6. That's partly cloudy. I'll get the weather chart up here so you guys can see it. I pretty well have it memorized now. Zone 1, 6, partly cloudy. Zone 2, 9. That'll be clear. And Zone 3, 1, stormy, no missions. That's going to make our decisions a little easier. So we're not going to be able to fly 6, 9, or 7, which there goes every single one of my targets. Well then, we will go after the aircraft factory in 1 with our heavy group, and I think we're going to leave Hog Wild back on this one. Being as we can only take 3 bombers on that one, and I'll let Hog Wild rest up a little bit. So target 1 will be ACO 8, and that will be the 93rd, the 458th, and the newly appointed 448th. So let's bring them into play. That is AF 20. AF 20, everybody but the 499th. Okay. That's the other reason I like Excel. We just go down and we copy paste. And we're going to send the 357th in with them again. And I got to remember to look at that XP, bonus XP levels. Though he only has 1 point. I thought we have Ray. Ray's the other one. Yes, minus 2 XP level on the Memphis Belle. 91st. Yeah, he's at 3 and he needs 7, so neither one of those are. Alright, so we got the first mission figured out. 7. The second mission, we're going to go for the ETO targets again on the second mission. So we're going to put ETO down, and not really sure I'm doing those correctly. We're going to send two wings at that again. What I don't really know is how to ascertain whether that's a successful mission or not for destroying the target, because we did destroy some targets but not all of them. I'm going to play it safe and go for 1. Alright, we've selected targets to attack. We're not going to delay a mission. We have already assigned our groups. We're going to go to pre-flight. So this is going to be mission 1. Mission 1. Send to UK base. Make him our current target. AF20. That's wrong one. Send to target 1. That's right, that was the one I wanted to go to. And we changed our... What did I do here? I got myself all messed up already. AF20 is one of the ones we can't go to. We wanted ACO8. Okay. Boy, I'm all messed up. I knew what I wanted to do. I just screwed a pooch again. Having them senior moments. We're allowed to do that. Alright, so we'll make him our current target. And that is a low intel target, so we will have to roll on that one when we get there and see what kind of goodies we're up against. Arming the bombers. So let's get our bombers for the day down there. That's 93rd, 458th, and 448th. We're going to put the new guys as group 3. He's got -2 frontal, so we'll put him up front. And we'll put him in the middle at 2. And then we're going to have Glansberg with his +2 air to ground. Now we can look at this in one of two ways. We can have him go with one of the better planes and hopefully ensure ourselves that we're going to destroy the target, or we can put it with him and hope that he gets something good. An aircraft factory. I'm going to fly him with the Death Dealer. And he gets situational awareness. That way we also get to, if he gets attacked, we can use situational awareness to try and fire first and try and keep away from getting those extra 2 damage points that will put us into the shaken. Alright, so arming the bombers. So this is an incendiary susceptible target. Other than that, it's a regular target. We only have 10 points to play around with. I think I might use some on these guys too. Oh yeah, we got to get the 357th down here as escort, and put Graham with him. Hopefully our air cover will stick with us this time. Alright, arming bombers. I think this might be the mission to try to use them. Let's do that. We're going to get 3, 6. Oops, not on the fighter dummy. 3, 6. Him, I think I'm going to give El Cheapos to. Or use let's get M30s on him. If we get any damage from him, I'll be happy. But I'm not going to count on it. So we're just going to give him 4 M30s out of 43 30s. And we're going to put an incendiary on each one of these guys also, just to ensure that we hopefully get an incendiary hit. That gives them 6. And we'll throw an El Cheapo on both of those. That gives us 8, 8, 8. Okay, we spent 6 points. These 4 for the ETO targets, so we got 24 points total used. The compromise of buying a bomber and getting the next best one in there. So we'll take the better bomber for future references. All right. Purchase equipment. We'll purchase none. Place commander tactics, done that. Set up display mission counter. We're going after 1, so the only thing we need to put down is target. Roll for Luftwaffe response. It's partly cloudy, so there's no extra response. We will roll. We get a 7. That's going to be a high again. We're going to mostly see highs from him, I'm sure. And Mission bound. Draw a target. Mission bound event card. Target bound, I mean. AA fire. Roll for each bomber group. 8 to 9, 1 destroyed. 10, 2 destroyed. First one, 7, misses. Second one, 6, misses. Third one, 6, misses. Moot point. Card's gone. Move mission toward the target. We are in the target. Um, no formation check needed. Luftwaffe squadron interception. We do first from the ones right in the target. They're in the black side, so we'll draw him out, make sure he's black, and we did. It's a BF 109. And we're going to draw 1, 2, 3 in their white side. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, we got all of them today. So we got an ME 410. We forgot to set up our mission too. 357th. Let's get this a little bit higher. 357th, and we went 458, 93rd, and we got to draw out the bomber for them yet. Okay. So we got 4 bombers coming at us. I'm not going to flip these Luftwaffe squadrons over after this turn because we're just going right back to there, so they're not going to be able to get a chance at us anyway. He gets to choose who he's going after on a 5 or higher. Gets a 9, so he's going to take on the 2 worst ones. And because our commander is a group attack, we will roll 1 die to see which bomber they all go after, and that will be the 3rd. So they go after the new guys. That's just not fair. We're going to reset that to 0. And we're going to resolve the bandit attacks. We do have 1 fast, which is the bomb toting mama, but nobody's attacking them. So the Luftwaffe will get to go first. There is nothing in the way of bombs or rockets to do, so first one in, and we have a -2 for bandit attacks. There's -2 and 0. So -2 off of his roll is 2. 0 he misses. The ME 410 misses. The Focke-Wulf 190 comes in, and he gets a 4. That's a miss. So the 357th fires back at a +4. I'm going to concentrate fire right now on the ME 410, and that gives me a +6, and then a -1 also, so that's a +7. We get a kill on that one, return him to the bandits deck, and 357 gets a kill and an experience point, and we move this over 1. Alright, now he gets to attack. That's done. Against 1 target, +4, -1 is a +3, 9, 12. He gets another kill. Return to bandits deck. We get yet another kill and another experience, and we move this yet another 1. Alright, now we're going to resolve against the bomber. BF 109's coming in for 2 attacks. There's no modifier for durability, just the -2 for their attack. He gets a 3, it's a miss. The BF 109 comes in looking for a 6, 9, or 11. He gets a 2, nothing. 448th will get the fire back. He is a +3 ATA. -0. 8, 9, 10. They get a kill. Wow. Germans are going to regret attacking these guys. So the 448th in their first mission get a kill. and an experience point, well on their way to getting promoted already because they're an R4. So if they complete this mission and we jam them up, we can actually be one away from promotion. Or if they get yet another kill, because they still have another guy facing them. +3 against him. -0 is a +3 again for no kill this time. And there's only one turn. He flies off back to the deck. That's what it is. My flips don't have the my flip sides don't have the I have to think of how to do that. Flip sides don't have the edge marker on them. I thought that went through. I'll have to look at my flip layers. All right. Just Luftwaffe squad for replenishment. Like I said, all these are, I'm not even going to waste the time doing that because we're just going to go back to base. And none of them have an opportunity to attack us. Technically, you know what? Let's do it just to keep in practice. He would go to 1, and these would all go to 3. No, he went the first time. No, that's right. Duh. Come on, Greg, get your back together. These went all into 3. Okay. Over target resolution. Here we roll for low intel. Now we find out exactly what our guys could not see. And we roll 1 die, and that's an 8. -2 air to ground, +1 flak. That'll suck. -2 air to ground, +1 flak. Oh, flip. And then we're going to send a target intel. And then we're going to put them down here where we can see them. And that's going to hurt a little bit. Resolve target flak attacks. We get a +2 in flak. And then we get a +1 flak here. And we're doing 2 rolls. So that's +3 flak, and not a single one of these has a durability. So we should have thought about chaff on this one. So +3 on flak. We got a 9. That's 12, and an 8. That's 3. 5 damage on Bomb Toting Mama, and you'll barely stay. Oops. He'll barely stay okay. Alternate control number pad. Alright, he's got 5 damage on him. He will come through and drop his bombs. We're going to start with the M34. He's a +2. -2 for the intel. +2 for the target. So that's +2. We roll a 4. That's a 6. That's 2 damage. Not what I was hoping. I'd hoping to get more than that. Alright, we're going to do the incendiary. Again, that's a +2, -2. +2 for the target, so we get a +2. He gets a 7. We got an incendiary hit. That's good. Turn the magazine. Now we're going to do the El Cheapo. He does not get the M2 because it's still +2 because it's not dispersed. He's a +2. -2, +2 for the target is a +2. 6, 7, 8. We get 1 damage. So not horrible. 3 damage in an incendiary for the 458th. Alright, now 2 die roll again, adding 3. That's 8 and a 13. Once again, 5 damage. That's going to be bad. That will take him into the shaken zone. So he'll be a -1. +2 is a +1. -2 is a -1, +2 is a +1. So he'll get a +1 on all die roll. That's a 7. +6, that's 2 damage. Not bad, but I would have liked to have seen a lot more for my investment. Incendiary +1. He gets the hit. It doesn't really matter, but he gets the hit. And the M30 +1 on that. Miss. So he does a whole whopping 2 damage and an incendiary hit that doesn't really matter. That will be the 93rd. But you never know, so you got to do what you got to do. All right, in comes the rookies. 2 dice, adding 3. 8 and an 8, that's 4 damage. Oops. He did not get the DUC. It's one more, 4 damage. And that leaves him, he's still at okay, so that's good. Going to do M30 first. He's a -1, -2, -3, +2 is a -1. It's a 4, nothing. Second one, -1, 8, 7, nothing. Third one, -1, 5, nothing. Fourth one, 8, 7, nothing. So the intel or lack thereof really screwed us on that one. All right. And we draw a homeward bound event card. Hopefully this is a lot better than the rest of the missions going. More damage than expected. Increase the target's final damage level by 2. Well, I like that. Final damage level. So that's not just damage, it's the level. Right now we're at 5, which is, so we'll be up to heavy damage. So I'm going to make him an 8 right now. Alright. Good, that was a good one. And then move mission counter towards UK base, which will put us on it. Then we're going to adjust all these counters, and we'll just rearm all them because we're back to base. And we'll take the target and put that back up here. Take the response and send it over to Hergroff. All right. So, determine final target damage status. All comes down to the die roll for our incendiary. We need a 6 or higher. We got a 4, so he will stay at high. These we can return to the deck, and we will place final damage and increase final damage to high. And that's an aircraft factory 2. So we come down here and we will flip him to 1, and that was target 1, so we'll resend him back to target 1. So we don't get the VPs or nothing for him. We don't get the extra credit, but we got 3 experience for various groups through kills, and we'll get 1 more for each anyway. So we get 0 victory points, and we get 1 experience point for everybody that flew the mission. Oh, not them. And a fighter. Alright, we're looking good, looking good. Not what we wanted to see, but at least we got somewhere. And we're almost close to removing another Luftwaffe counter, which is always good. 48th, back that up. Alright. Back to the debriefing. We've recorded group status, performed promotions, done that. Aircraft factory update. We've done that. Pre-flight for the second mission. Second mission, we're going to put both of these lower secondary. Let's get rid of the first group first, one thing at a time. Return to base. Landsberg will go back up to his wing commander slot. Really think I need to make a location for them to make that easier. Graham will go over there. Alright, so 20th will be flying fighter cover in this one. The wings have to fly together, so we're going to let our third wing with Here's Hoping go first. Lead group. Make group 2. Make group 3. Make group 4. And then Ray will come down here with the Memphis Belle. Wilson will come in with Scarlet. And Raper will come in with, let's go ahead and put him on Here's Hoping. And here's hoping we get some good rolls this time. Let's get a little concentrate fire out on him. Get a little evasion out on him. Get a little concentrate fire out on him. Alright, armed bombers, and we've got our target down here. How about it? Oh, our target is the ETO. So we don't necessarily get any bonus on that right now. We'll get second group down here. Get these guys back. Get the 20th in there. A big bomb group over here. 398, 322nd. 91st. And the 306th. Yep. Alright, we're ready to go. Alright, armed bombers. So we know we've got some incendiary targets in here still. It's always worth taking along an incendiary for them. We only have 4 points of SO points to use in this mission, and we will utilize them. And he's +2. We're going to utilize them on him. We're going to take him up against the tanks, I think, and he is a B17. So let's get him to use all 4 and use that +2 right there. Try and get rid of some of them tanks. So he gets 2 more. We'll send an incendiary along with him. Maybe he can drop that on some troops. That's 6. This guy here will get 2 El Cheapos. Hopefully we'll get something from him. The Memphis Belle will get 2 El Cheapos, and I think we'll send an incendiary along with them. That's 6. And Scarlet +0 also. A couple of El Cheapos. And we'll make it 3 El Cheapos for them. And that's our arming. Alright. No purchasing equipment, place commander tactics, set up the display. We've done that. We put the target in, roll for Luftwaffe response, which is always ugly. 7, another high. All they're doing is feeding them to us right now because we're taking care of business with that. But that can only last so long. This is going to be harsher. As soon as we move in there, we're getting jumped by 5. So this will be a little bit interesting. All right, draw target bound event card. Weather updates. Weather in a target zone is worse than expected. -2 ATG modifier. And of course, I don't have the H2X on front. I almost put Memphis Bell up there. And what did I say? We don't need him. Well, guess what? We need it. All right. Freaking Withermen never get their shit right. All right. Move mission counter towards target and let the fun begin, because now not only is the weather bad, but we've got a high response. So we're going to draw a black box first. That'll be no bandit. And then 4 white boxes. No bandit. A 88. BF110. And BF109. Alright. He gets choice from 5 plus. Does not get the choice. These return to the deck. Sweep, they would go over here, but they don't. They come here now. He goes to rear group, 4th group, going after the 306. Then both of these go into the fighter because he has 1 damage, so he can take them both on. Alright, that's 0. Nobody can do anything with rockets and stuff because of our commander. -2 in the bandit attacks. And he has a 1, so that's -3. 7 is a 4, so the BF109 misses. And as does the BF110. So 20th is going to fight back. He's a +3. And he will miss the Focke-Wulf, who will fly back home. And he will that'll be a +4 on him. 8. He'll also miss the BF110. He'll get another shot at him. The 88 will fire at the 306. The 306 has a durability of 1. I don't consider them a bandit. They're actually a flak, so I'm going to roll them as flak. That says bandits. This is where it's kind of one of those. I'm going to call it flak. If I play it wrong, it hurts me, not them. Technically, that's flak. So I'm going to add 2, subtract 1. That's +1, and we're rolling ones. That's a miss. Didn't come into play. All right. Round 2 gives the fire -3. That's 3 miss. 20th fires back. They're a +3. -1 is a +4. And that's a 7. So they will return to bandits deck, and we've made it through the wave of bandits. All right, now fighter group return to base. Nope. Add previous over target damage. We have none. There's no intel on this. This is strategic targets, or tactical targets, I mean. And we're going to resolve target flak attacks, but there is none, so we just perform bombing attack on targets. So we do these one at a time. First in is Raper and the 398th. They're going to go for the big one first, and we're going after the tanks right here, air to ground +0. We have a -2 air to ground, so he's going to have a -2, but we're adding 2 for this. So that's day 0 out, and he has a 0 also, so we have no modifier. And that die roll is an 8. Good die roll. That's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So the tanks go down to there. Return that to the magazine. Now we have an incendiary to drop. We need a 9 or better on this one because of the -2. We're going to drop on these troops. We have a +2 air to ground, so we actually need a 7 or better. 10, we got an incendiary. We roll a 6 or better, they're destroyed. We get a 2, we don't. So that doesn't happen. All right, let me remember to put 4 damage on him this time. I forgot to do all that last time. 398. I like to track how much they do on things. Um, Next in, flak bait. Not expecting much from them. Um, he's a -1, -2, -3. So he can't hit as of now with him. So let's take him up against the troops here. That'll be a -1. So we'll go after the troops with him. That's a -1. That's a 3, miss. Another -1. 9, 8. That's a hit. So these troops will come down here. Return the magazine. Now we're doing some damage and we're moving them down. We're going to have to keep pounding on them though. And what's happening is we're getting behind on other missions. But that's the nature of the beast. All right. In comes the Memphis Belle. First off, we're going to throw in two cheapos. He's a +0. We got a -2 up here. Let's go for the troops again. -1, -2, -3, -2. Yeah, they missed anyway. We would have beaten a solid 10 on them. Yes, that should have been a -2 for the flak bait. All right, it didn't affect anything. At least we caught it. +1, -2 is a -1, and he doesn't get the dispersed. Doesn't say anything about dispersed. So I don't think they're dispersed. If I read the rules right, didn't have anything to do with them. Boy, now I got to double check everything. How quickly we forget. ETO targets. With the PDF, it won't take long to get in there and find it. So. Okay. They are not dispersed. So to the +1, -2 is a -1, and that's what we get. 7, 6, miss. 5, 4, miss. And he needs a 8. Gets an 8. So if we roll a 7 or higher, we destroy him. No, we didn't. So Memphis Belle does absolutely nothing. We're not doing too well here, guys. All right, into the fray comes Scarlet, the 306th. We're going to go after these +2 troops. We really need a break here. First one in is, let's see, +2, -2 is 0. So we're rolling straight up. 7, miss. 6, miss. 10, 2 hits. So we'll actually move them down. So we actually did something with them. That was this 306th. And luckily nobody, because I keep forgetting, I was trying to play the single bomber, and I completely forgot to do my things on that. One would have been middle again. All right, and nobody attacked the Scarlet, so, and we were not lead bomber, so really nothing mattered on this one. So that's all we got to do to post. Got to remember I'm playing that now. Homeward Bound event card, and also the 306 caused 2 damage. Not a very good mission that time. We did not destroy any. No, we moved some tanks down, but we didn't destroy anything. Okay. So nobody gets we don't get any victory points for anything on that attack. Alright. Homeward Bound event card. Hopefully this is better. That was a discouraging mission. Commander killed check. Nobody took damage. So that gets discarded. Move mission towards base. We're home. Take the target away. Return the Luftwaffe response. Rearm all these guys. And we will return that to the deck. That really screwed us up, that weather card. Alright. That's alright, roll with it. Determine final target damage status. Nothing to determine. We get 1 victory point for each guy that was in that mission, or each group that was in that mission. And yes, I did forget to use my engagements. And that would not have affected anything anyway. I keep forgetting to do that. It doesn't matter so much on these short little hops, but it makes a big difference later. And he goes to 3. 3. I'm messing up over here on my Excel thing, so just kind of bear with me. Alright. Got me all confused with my poor performance of my crews. No remaining mission, no ASW mission. Let's go to the end of the week. Target repair rolls. Nobody that was damaged that we didn't damage this turn, so nothing happens there. Add replenishment to rested groups. The only one that rested was Hog Wild. They have 6. We get rid of 3 of them. They go down to 3, which keeps them okay, and they'll be ready to fly next turn. No, that group's taking a hit. None of my commanders have the replenishment, I believe. None of my bombers have the replenishment, I believe. Yes, they do. They'll replenish 1, so that'll be 1 off of them too. That helps. Alright. Those guys will be my workhorses. Can't afford to have them down. Return to base. 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 Delete. 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 Got Reaper over there on the 3rd. Return to Cup. Ray over the 93rd. On 91st. Duh. And Wilson. All right. Turn the magazine. Advanced week marker. That'll go up to week 3. We are in June. June. So we still do 4 weeks. Single bomber. Don't want to forget that. End of the mission. get him one over here. Check next open mission box. We're still recruit. Earn XPs per the XP earned bonus position chart. We were middle, so we get 1 XP. Can't do anything with 1. We didn't lose anybody. We can't use any. So we'll go back to mission start on that one. That's all done for this one. Alright. And that's the end of the week, and we'll go back to the weekly start for week 3, and that'll be all for this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed this. I really love this game. I've seen most people enjoy it. I've seen a couple of people that said it was too easy. I don't know how, because I keep getting these. I've gotten good results every time, but it's been a challenge. You've really got to manage your air wings, especially against some of these commanders. If you find the game's too easy, you're getting the wrong commanders against you, or you're doing something wrong. I find it a challenge. I like it. It's very achievable, but you just got to keep plugging away at it. All right. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for week 3.